1988 is when we started the business, and like most other companies in that era, we started with commercial printing, and it was a single color with one printing machine and one cutting machine. And then we rapidly grew, and then maybe in the year 2000 we branched into packaging, much before the turnaround happened when people started moving from commercial to packaging in maybe the year 2015-16, but we had moved right in the year 2000. So we were the early adopters of packaging in that time. We mostly used presses in the early days. In fact, the machine that we bought from Komori was our first brand new offset press. So for the first 10 years or so, we did commercial printing, and after that we branched out into pharmaceutical packaging, and from ever since then we've been doing packaging as well as commercial printing. We don't have too many competitors in the business because we're in a very niche kind of printing, and we don't get into jobs where there is a lot of competition. So we'd rather focus on low volume and high margin jobs rather than having to deal with reverse auctions and stuff like that. So I think about 4 years ago we started the journey of trying to find out whether we should buy a used press or a new press. And after discussions with several people and after doing a lot of ROI Excel sheets, we decided that probably a new press is what we should go in for. So we did contact several manufacturers, Heidelberg, KBA, as well as Komori, and we settled on Komori for several reasons which I'll come to. But after having owned a brand new printing press, I personally believe that brand new is the way to go, because the peace of mind that you get, at least for 3 years, I don't know if you get it for 3, 4, 5, 7 or 10 years, but I can speak from my experience. I've had the press now for 3.5, I think 4 years, and we've not had any problems. So I feel that if the machine can earn money only when it's running and when it's producing. So our machine is producing all the time, it's never down, at least since the time we bought it. So that's good. I would definitely recommend buying a brand new press. There's no question about it. And our next press also would be brand new. Why Komori? I get this question asked many a times. Why did I buy Komori over the other competitors? And I think there are a couple of reasons for that. First, let's understand one thing very clearly, that there is no one machine which is the best in the market. So you can't say Heidelberg is the best or KBA is the best, or for that matter you can't even say Komori is the best. Each machine has its own plus and minus points, and you have to see which is the most comprehensive, which solves most of your issues. And in our case, Komori solved most of our issues, and that's why we chose Komori. But if you were to ask me 3 reasons why Komori and why not the others, I think the first reason would be honest answers. So whenever we asked the team from Komori or the Indian team questions, we got honest answers. We did not get sales talk. We got honest answers. So that was a very important thing for us. I believe that Komori as a company and as the philosophy is not to make money on the spare parts. They make money on the machine that they sell you. That's another thing which played an important role in our decision. And finally, and most importantly, I feel that the entire top management, and this thing also percolates down to the employees, the engineers, everybody in the team, and that is humility. And I feel that that is a quality which the Komori team has. They sell on facts, there's no sugarcoating, and that's something which really impressed me. I visited Japan a couple of times before I made a decision, and I found that right from top to bottom, the team was very humble, and they gave very honest answers. Apart from that, also the machine is very compact, so it fits in tight spaces, and we're in South Mumbai where space is at a premium. So a compact machine definitely helps us. The machine that we have purchased is a GL629, and I believe this was the first machine which came to India after its launch in Drupa 2016. I believe this machine also has something called a skeleton cylinder arrangement, so it's extremely versatile. It can print from 0.04 millimeters right up to 0.80 millimeters. This is extremely helpful for us, specifically in our kind of business where we do both commercial as well as packaging. So there's no adjustments which are required from 0.04 to 0.8. We print 40 GSM paper on it on a regular basis, and we also print 400 GSM paper on it on a regular basis, and we don't have to do any adjustments, and the machine just runs fine. It runs at top speed. That's something which we've told our guys to run it from day one. And I must say that the Komori team has come and stood with us and seen that the machine runs at top speed, because for me, the machine, however small the run may be, the machine must run at top speed. We have runs between 2,000 and 20,000 sheets, and we regularly run the machine at 16,000 impressions per hour. We have a lot of Pantone jobs that we run on the machine, and we went in for something called a PDCSG, and that measures the density of the sheet for your regular CMYK jobs, and it also measures the LAB values. So to get the correct Pantone shade is very, very easy on the machine. So quick make ready was another thing that we looked for, and this press has delivered that. The ROI which we thought about for this machine was 5 years, because in today's day, I don't think you should have a longer ROI. We don't know how the market is changing and evolving. But for us, I can confidently and happily say that we completed the repayment of the machine within 4 years. So all in all, I would say we are pretty satisfied with Komori, and God willing, we should go in for another Komori very soon.